It's game time. These type of women will absolutely ruin your life. It's a must we talk about it.
I was just patient, never try skating. Fuck niggas hating.
A lot of times, men, we get kind of cocky and we think, we got the game. I got this. What's she gonna do to me? In this video, I want to break down a couple of women that if you deal with her, she will absolutely ruin your life. I don't care how good your game is. I don't care how resilient you think you are as a player. And at the end of the video, if you stick around long enough, I'm going to give you a few tips on how you cannot even be affected ever by this woman regardless. So I'm going to help you be more stealth. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do want to be clear that we get to swagging as men and we get sloppy and then we start thinking that nothing can happen to us. We think that we're invincible. And I'm speaking from experience. I've definitely done this before in my life, so I know what I'm talking about. But I have had encounters with women who potentially actually have possibly even done some stuff that made my life a little bit harder. And so I still have to recover or had to recover from some stuff that I could have, it was preventional. Okay. So I'm going to go over 10 type of women that will absolutely ruin your life if you deal with her, because men will meet some chick that looks hot and we be like, man, I know what I'm talking about here. She's super hot, so we ignore red flags because we're like, man, but she's so hot. Or men might be like, oh, but the box is so good. Nah, bro. Okay. If you deal with this woman because she's just that hot or the box is that good, she will absolutely ruin your life. Okay. Number one woman that will absolutely ruin your life if you entertain her at all, a woman with the spirit of greed. So I haven't read this anywhere, but this is my belief on when somebody, male or female, has a spirit of greed. It's like God has given them an everlasting thirst. Because you're a greedy person, you will never be fulfilled. It doesn't matter. It's like the curse of you just having this. It's like a hole in the bottom of your stomach or the bottom of your wallet, whatever it is that you're trying to accumulate by the masses. Because you're greedy, I don't think God will allow you to be full or fulfilled. Okay, so if you're dealing with a woman who is has a spirit of greed, you're never going to satisfy this woman. Every single thing that you pour into this woman is going to be in vain. Okay, you are going to be drained. Okay, you're going to hear me say this several times because as a man, we have resources, but our resources may be limited unless you got some kind of black card, unless you got Elon Musk money, your resources can be drained. And if you are dealing with a woman who is greedy, she will absolutely ruin your life. I don't care how fine she is, how good the box is. You done sat there and you done had kids with this woman. You done crossed boundaries and lines. You done ignore red flags. Your life is on the road to destruction because you are dealing with a greedy woman. You say no, she throws a tantrum. Your life is on the road to destruction, okay? So that's number one. Woman that will absolutely ruin your life is a woman who's had the spirit of greed. Number two, a woman with unresolved shame. Everybody, including myself, has done things in their past that we are ashamed of. But me and people like me, we turn away from our sin. Not all of them, we're still human, but we turn away from the things that we've done that we are ashamed of. Therefore, when we speak about the things that we've done, we no longer do. We can speak from it, not proudly, but at least we're proud that that's what I used to do. I don't do that no more. I learned my lesson. Someone who has never properly healed or turned away from their ill doings, maybe they never confessed. Maybe they never paid their debt to society. Maybe it's something that is sitting on their conscience every single day of their life. Okay, this person is going to do everything in their power to turn to cover up their past. They cannot tell you the truth about where they came from or what they did. They are too ashamed of it. They have not properly dealt with their shame. In addition to this, they will do anything to avoid talking about it or thinking about it, maybe drinking, drugs, sex. anything that will take their mind off of thinking about the things that they are ashamed of. And you can see it. They always look spaced out. They always, oh, I'm just an overthinker. They always want to keep time to themselves. They're always a paranoid. It's like they're paranoid. They feel like their past is going to come back because it's unresolved. It's like being on the run for a horrible crime. And every time you see a police car, they're panicking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That is unresolved shame. Okay, this woman would absolutely ruin your life because you will sit there and invest all of your time, efforts, and money into this woman, and you don't even know who she is. And another one of my beliefs is that if you stick around somebody that has a debt to pay or a wrath that's supposed to come their way, let's say if you're hanging around somebody who's in the streets and they're doing street activity, and then their street life comes your way while you're with them, now you can potentially be an innocent bystander. Okay? So that type of woman who has unresolved shame can definitely ruin your life. Number 3, an insecure woman. An insecure woman hasn't properly dealt with her past trauma. So what's going on with her is she's putting you through the ringer. Unnecessary drama, unnecessary fights, and unnecessary doubts and unnecessary trust issues, things that you didn't even do to her. It was done by somebody else. Okay. And she's not intentionally doing this. It could be inadvertent. It could be unintentional, but she's stressing you out because of her own insecurities that she hasn't properly dealt with and healed from. An insecure woman will have you stressed out, doubting yourself, going above and beyond to prove that you're not going to do what someone else did, or you haven't done what she's accusing you of doing. That's going to ruin your life. Okay? Especially if she's going to tell other people who matter, like maybe an employer or something like that, that you are doing things to her that you haven't done because in her head you are, because she's insecure. Okay? She will definitely ruin your life. Number 4, a woman who doesn't like restrictions or titles. Now, this is a huge one right here because she is inadvertent, again, unintentionally stringing you along. You're dealing with this woman. This is unintentional dating. She says, I'm going with the flow. And so what happens is things naturally progress when you guys both are having a good time and you guys are learning each other, and then feelings grow. And then as soon as you attempt to solidify that interaction or relationship or situationship with this woman, she backs away, she runs away. Okay? So all of your efforts are in vain because you are doing them unintentionally. And she is unintentional as well. So it's not like she's intending to string you along, but that's just what happens when you're dealing with the woman who doesn't like titles and doesn't like restrictions. She doesn't want to be restricted to any kind of commitment. Okay, so she's avoidant of commitment. Okay. Number 5, a woman that would absolutely ruin your life is a woman with an ego bigger than yours. This is probably the worst kind. Okay, a woman with an ego bigger than yours, she is a big bad wolf. She will take you down. She has to have the last laugh. It doesn't matter how bad the fight is. She has to level you up. You can already see where this is going. If you're dealing with a woman who always has to win every single fight, every single altercation, confrontation, everything, she has to have the last laugh, she will do just that. And there's no limit to the measures she will go to accomplish that, even if it takes ruining your life, putting you behind bars, anything. This is the most, woo, this woman I would avoid at all costs. A woman who has to have the last laugh, oh my God. Okay. You are almost certain to have your life ruined if you deal with this type of woman. Number 6, an overly sexual woman. Now, this one sounds fun to begin with because men, we're horn dogs. And what we do is we like women who we can exploit sexually. It's a turn on. Here goes the problem with that. A woman who is overly sexual, bro, she's only going to stroke your ego, but she can never be fully fulfilled. She needs a girlfriend and a boyfriend. She needs a sneaky link. She needs porn. She needs toys. You can't do it. There's nothing you can do. So having a woman who is overly sexual, she's going to, when you are depleted of your energy, she's going to be like ready to go. She wants to go again and you are done. And so she's going to naturally start becoming bored. She's going to need more. It's no different from how they used to call marijuana the gateway drug. You know, to where you someone who had to have it all the time, they said that you would start doing higher and higher drugs. Well, a woman who is overly sexual, she's going to need more. You're not doing it for her. You're going to start having uh, uh, small debates about performance on your part or lack thereof. And you're going to be like, man, I'm doing what I could do. It's just, you're going to get to a point where it's going to be an uncomfortable situation where something as fun as being sexual with a woman that you love turns into a battle of how do I please her? You know, now you're doing things outside of your character and your norm to please this woman. And even though you are going outside the box, that's still not going to suffice. It's not going to be enough. She has no control over her sexuality. Okay. That is going to definitely ruin your life. We know what that can lead to. You know, I hope that's common sense. But a woman who is overly sexual, she's definitely going to ruin your life, brother. Number 7, a succubus. A succubus is a woman who pretty much, her cup is never full. You are going to be drained of your resources before she's ever satisfied. A succubus is somebody who needs all of your time, all of your money, all of your attention, all of your loving, everything that you possibly has to offer. And then that's going to feel like to you and to her like it's only 10% of what she needs. Same thing as a woman who is overly sexual, but this woman wants a succubus is a all around succubus. Okay, she's going to drain you of every single thing you have to offer. Okay, even your energy. You're going to exhaust all your energy on this woman. You're going to turn up. You're going to be late to work. You're going to be neglecting all your other obligations and relationships. And even though you're doing all of that, it's still not going to be enough for this woman. Okay. You want to avoid a woman who drains you of all of your resources. Because even after you give her everything that you have to offer, she's going to be like, give me more. I want more. You know what? You don't have anything else I need. So it's over. Okay. Guarantee you can give it a shot if you want to. If you're the type of man that thinks that I'm going to give her the world and she's going to give me her love in return, well, prepare to go bankrupt. Number 8, the professional victim. I call it the professional victim because this woman has mastered the art of collecting dirt on you. Each and every single blow, insult, any infliction that you cause her, she documents it. She tries to create a trail of evidence against you so that if anything ever goes bad, she has enough to prosecute, literally, or get you prosecuted. A professional victim will definitely, she cannot be trusted. She is looking for things that can be used against you at all times. And everybody is thinking that she's being abused. Everybody in any way that you could possibly abuse, not just physical. It could be any other way, okay? Including physical. But this professional victim has mastered being the woe is me, the damsel in distress. She had all her past relationships. They put their hands on her. She sent them up. She sent them to prison. Okay, you're next. She's a professional victim. She's innocent of all crimes. Everything that's done is done to her. She will definitely ruin your life. Number 9, the seductive woman. The seductive woman is going to use her charm, her charisma, her body, her sexuality to get whatever she wants and persuade you to do things that you wouldn't typically do for other women or that goes against your morals and your boundaries right up under your nose. She's going to seduce you out of anything that she wants, and then you're going to be done. After she's done with you, you're going to be like, dang, she got me. I can't believe I just gave up all of my tuition, whatever. Okay? she's going to finesse you. It's like in that movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, where the woman was like, he couldn't Martin Lawrence couldn't remember his name. She was like, "What you want to go home for?" When he met her inside the bar, he couldn't remember. He said, "My name is Claude." Okay, that woman was a seductive woman. She seduced him right out of those $2 that he had. Back then, $2 was a lot of money. So, but my point is, the seductive woman, right under your nose, she finesses you right out of everything that she wants and puts you right back on the shelf. She uses her body and her sexuality. She plays on the man's weakness to sex in order to get everything that she wants. She would definitely ruin your life. Lastly, number 10, the secretive woman. The secretive woman, the name of her game is never let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. You're the left hand. You never knew while dealing with this woman to what extent she has gone to get her needs met, she is currently going to get her needs met, or she was willing or will go to get her needs met. You are simply a pawn on her chessboard, and there's nothing that you can do. You don't even know who you're dealing with. She keeps secrets. You don't know what she does for a living. You don't know how long she's been. You don't know any particular details, anything, the fine tooth details in this woman, you don't know. So you're being strung along and you're thinking that you're dealing with this type of woman because she's attempting to treat you a certain kind of way, but really she's a total different person that you have no idea who she is. That will definitely ruin your life. Now, I'm going to give you some pointers on how to never allow any of these types of women to ruin your life or to tear you down. I'm going to make you more stealth and more resilient. And this is what I practice. Okay? I'm a single man right now by choice because I don't let any woman run amok on me. Let's call this keeping your pimp hand strong. Okay? Peep this. Number 1, keeping your pimp hand strong. Never let her know what you know. I say this in several of my videos, but if you're just new to my channel, very vital information. Never let her know what you know. If you caught her in a lie, don't say nothing. If you saw a number come across the screen, if you seen an email, if you seen a message exchange that was inappropriate between her and another man, never let her know. Keep that in your head. Know what you're dealing with, but never let her know. By not letting a woman know what you know about what she got going on, she's going to continue to do it and get sloppy because she doesn't know how to clean up. She doesn't know what needs to be fixed in order to keep you in alignment with where she wants you to be. Let her be sloppy. Never let her know what you know. Don't be one of these guys that pinpoints every single thing that you see a woman do. That's going to come off as controlling. And all she's going to do is better hide these things that you are discovering. Never let her know what you know if you want to catch her up. If you need enough evidence to be able to prove your case, never let her know what you know. For instance, when you are being investigated by the FBI or anything like that, you don't know. They let you go on doing what you're doing for 2+ years before they build their case on you. And when they build their case on you, they got evidence that goes back 2 years and there's nothing you can do to shake. That's why they have a 99% conviction rate, because they got enough details on you because you were sloppy. You didn't know that they could see you, so you kept doing it. Be an FBI agent. Do your research on her, but never let her know what you find out. Number 2, quietly make adjustments according to what you've observed. Quietly make adjustments. Don't say, I'm about to leave. I'm leaving. In a few weeks, I'm going to be out of here. Don't let her know what your next move is or going to be. Just do it. Quietly. Okay? You telling somebody what you're going to do, they can meet you at the front door. They can meet you at the finish line. They can beat you to the punch. They can sabotage your plans. Never let her know, okay, what your next move is. Quietly make adjustments according to what you've observed. You'll never be finessed. You'll never be, your life can never be destroyed if no one knows what your life, what you're doing with your life or where it's heading. Number 3, never share vital or vulnerable information with this woman. You might have in the beginning, but once you see that how she's moving is different, then you stop. You stop sharing vital information. Don't do it ever again. Nothing. how much you got paid, how much you make, where you work. Don't provide any vital information that could be used to tear you down or used to rob you or used to finesse you. Don't don't tell her anything about your friends or anything that she can go back and tell these people that you said. Don't provide any vital information to this woman at any time. Now, this does require that you are proactive in your way of thinking when you're dealing with this person. So it's best to not deal with these type of women because you see you have to put your mind in overdrive in order to stay on top of your game. It can be exhausting just because what? You found her physically attractive. So you want to avoid these women at all costs anyway. But if you're going to entertain her, these are ways that you will make sure that she doesn't ruin your life. And I'm going to be fair. If you are leaving the window cracked, there's room for error. So you might want to just avoid dealing with these women. But I can't tell you what to do. Number 4, never show emotion. None. Don't cry. Don't get over anxious. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. Okay, for sure. You can't now it's time to be nonchalant. If she doesn't know how you feel about anything, then she doesn't know what's working. She doesn't know how to gain her control over you and manipulate you. You're harder to figure out. Number 5, never allow yourself to be in a position to where you need her. I understand circumstances are, out of your control sometimes. But one thing I tell men, if you want to stay in the most dominant position with dealing with a woman, never put yourself in a position where you need her. Be self-sustaining. Have your own car. Don't need hers. Have your own place. Don't move in with her. Have your own money. Don't rely on hers. You have to, in order for you to maintain the position as a man and the most dominant masculine person in that relationship, you can't put yourself in a position where you need her. The second you do that, you've given her all the power and she's going to flex on you. Guaranteed. It's going to blur all the lines because it's going to make it to where, dang, I know I shouldn't do this, but I got to because I need her. Now, bonus, okay? Because I was 5. I got a bonus tip for you and then I'm out. Never allow yourself to get so involved with a woman that you can't see yourself walking away from. Women have been doing this for years where if a man has the ability to finesse them, they get away. If a man has the ability to manipulate them, they're afraid, they run away. If they don't have the ability to overthrow your command and control you, they don't want nothing to do with you. Okay, never deal with a woman who has the ability to finesse you and to overthrow your command and to manipulate you and to have control over you. That's not the type of woman that you need to be dealing with. That pretty much sums up all 10 of my commandments. Okay? If you found this video helpful or useful or resonates with you, please give me a like, comment, or subscribe. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jerome, and this has been yet another episode of The Superb Word. Until next time, y'all, 2 fingers in. Keep your pen strong. All right.